The characters of My Hero Academia are some of the strongest we've ever seen. But let's be real, a lot of them would run for the hills if Goku ever showed up to pick a fight. So let's get into all the My Hero characters Goku could defeat. Let's start with the holy grail of My Hero Academia characters, All Might. The symbol of peace is a titan of a hero and probably one of the best bets to give Goku a run for his money. Like, if Goku popped up and said, "I want to fight your world's greatest champion," sorry Mineta, but I'd probably pick All Might. But just because All Might could probably turn coal into diamonds with the force of his sneeze, it doesn't mean that he would emerge victorious. Because yes, All Might is incredibly strong when he uses his one-for-all quirk. Like, we can all picture him in action with the emotional music playing and him rocking that signature smile, but the honest truth is that his power levels just don't match up to Goku. Sure, maybe if Goku didn't keep powering up to insane new planet-busting levels after a certain period of time, then the fight would be more even. But if All Might delivered a devastating Texas smash while Goku was in Super Saiyan 3 or higher, then sorry All Might, you'll barely scratch the dude. You're better off fighting a younger version of Goku. You know, the one that turned into a monkey. Now that would be a fun fight. Next time the show's greatest villain, All For One, breaks out of prison, we don't need to fear, but rather just find a way to call Goku to come beat him, because it's clear that All For One doesn't stand a chance against the Saiyan. Yes, All For One is a scary looking dude. He dresses well and has a weird looking mask on his face and neck that probably haunts a lot of people's dreams, but that doesn't mean that his power set would be able to beat Goku. It all comes down to what quirks All For One has at his disposal. The baddie's main ability is to steal other people's quirks to use for himself, and although that's terrifying, there's really nothing that All For One could have stolen that would be a match for Goku. The only thing that might be able to overwhelm Goku would be the impact recoil ability, which allows the bad guy to reverse the impact of an attack, hurting the user instead. While this would be good for maybe one attack, we could see Goku easily breaking through it with his next punch or blast. All For One can't hide behind his abilities forever, and that's when Goku would overpower him and take him down. Oh, Deku. Sweet, sweet Deku. We would like to say that Deku's unwavering willpower and relentless dedication to becoming the world's greatest hero would be enough to emerge victorious against Goku, but sorry, this isn't a fairy tale. Goku is powerful enough to probably reduce Deku to dust, no matter how many early morning training sessions Deku goes through with All Might. That isn't to say Deku is weak, far from it. Deku is one of the strongest characters in the show thanks to his one-for-all quirk. Like seriously, check out his fight against Muscular, or even his final overhaul fight to show what happens when Deku can tap into his quirk's full potential. It's crazy powerful, but the problem is that Deku still doesn't have full control of his ability yet, and when facing someone like Goku, you need to be on top of your game. Maybe if we had a situation where Deku mastered everything, we'd have an interesting fight, since Deku is extremely analytical and could probably suss out a weakness or advantage. But even then, I don't think that that's enough to really hurt Goku, do you? Sorry Deku, you're just not up to the challenge. Eraserhead is one of my favorite My Hero Academia characters. Not only is he terrifying and dangerous, he also has a heart of gold when it comes to protecting his students. Sure, the guy looks like he needs about 64 straight hours of sleep, but he's incredibly wise and a strong tactical ally. Like, if we're picking dodgeball teams with My Hero characters, he would definitely be a first-round pick. I just had to get all that nice stuff out of the way before I talk about how much Goku would totally grind Eraserhead into dust. Sorry, but that's the honest truth. Eraserhead has proven to be a great hero because he can nullify most quirks by looking at the person. He can then tie the baddies up with his binding cloth that's made from steel wire alloy woven with carbon nanofibers. And that's great and all, but Goku doesn't have a quirk to nullify, and can you imagine Goku ever being tied down by special cloth? Sorry Eraserhead, but if you ever tried to go toe-to-toe with Goku, you'd end up looking worse than you did after that fight with Nomu, where the monster introduced your face to the concrete over and over again. Out of all of the heroes on this list, there is one particular good guy who we actually wouldn't mind seeing Goku kick the snot out of, and that's the number 2 hero who's a real big number 2, Endeavor. Now, we're not saying that Endeavor isn't strong. He's proven himself to be a very capable and powerful hero that should make bad guys shake in their boots. Like when the Nomu army was attacking the city, even we cheered when Endeavor showed up and started kicking bird butt. And in case somehow you missed what his quirk is, which just by looking at him is pretty hard to miss, you know he controls flames. He also has these really awesome flame boots that I just have to mention because they're on my Christmas list yet again this year. But although he's the #1 hero now that All Might is retired, he doesn't stand a chance against Goku. If he tried to shoot flames at Goku, Goku would probably flick him into the sun. And that's okay with us. Sure, recently the show's been trying to redeem his character, but for so long Endeavor was a jerk who treated his family horribly, so we're not all that sad about Goku kicking his butt. Alright, if Goku and Bakugo entered into a screaming competition or a rage-off, then it's clear who the winner would be. Nobody screams and explodes quite like Bakugo, am I right? Which definitely helps with his quirk. Could you imagine if Bakugo had this personality, but his quirk was like underwater basket weaving? No, the explosions work for this hothead. But sadly, if the two had to fight, I think it would result in more than just words. Bakugo is one of the most passionate characters in the entire show, and the matchup of him versus Goku is actually one of the most interesting ones on this list. Not because Bakugo poses a serious physical threat to Goku, but because I'm getting a serious young Vegeta and Goku vibes from this matchup. Like back when Vegeta was evil, he seemed just as cocky and arrogant and determined to win no matter what as Bakugo is proven to be. So watching the Hothead and the Saiyan fight now would be interesting, at least for the first few seconds. Anything after that, and we would see Goku just going ham on Bakugo. Like Goku is so strong, I have no doubt one punch could knock the anger right out of Bakugo, and that is really saying something. This matchup hurts me the most because Todoroki is perfect and nothing bad should ever happen to him. Okay, maybe that's my personal love for Todoroki's character getting in the way of analyzing a fight between him and Goku logically. What's more likely is that Todoroki's flames would just roll right off of Goku's body like it was nothing, and if Todoroki manages to freeze the Saiyan, then it would take Goku all of about 2 seconds to bust out and cause some serious damage. Todoroki is proven to be quite smart with his powers, implementing them in different ways, but all of his tricks and strategy just wouldn't be effective against the strongest being in the galaxy. You think Goku couldn't handle heat? He eats hotter things for breakfast. You think the cold will affect him? He can eat ice cream without getting a brain freeze. So yeah, one-on-one, Todoroki loses, but if Todoroki can explain his tragic backstory, maybe that would make Goku stop fighting him and instead start rooting for him to succeed. Hey, it worked for us in the first season. Work with what you got, Todoroki. Alright, so we know that right now, Lemillion, aka Mirio Togata, probably wouldn't stand much of a chance against Goku. You know, on account of him sacrificing himself to save Eri, and coming out of that epic fight with Overhaul without his quirk, and watching his mentor pass away, and I'm not crying, you are! Okay, now that I'm a little more composed, I can talk about what a fight would look like between Goku and Lemillion when Lemillion was at full strength. But I just don't see any situation where Lemillion could beat Goku, do you? Like sure, Lemillion is quick, but he still doesn't possess godlike speed or strength. As much as Goku might be surprised at how quick Lemillion is at first, I don't think that's enough for Lemillion to win. If he tries to sink beneath the ground to pop up behind Goku, Goku would just destroy the ground and everything around him with one epic punch. Mirio might last a little bit longer than a lot of heroes on this list since he can make his body unhittable with his phasing, but if I had to bet on what lasts longer, Mirio's phasing or Goku's speed and strength, I still gotta go with Goku. We haven't seen much of Ryuko in the series, but the small arc she's been a part of really gets us excited for a Ryuko and Goku fight. Not because we think Ryuko could actually win, because if you've made it this far, it's clear that there really aren't many My Hero Academia characters that could really stand up against Goku, but because she's known as the Dragon Hero for a reason. In what has to be one of the most awesome hero quirks on the show, Ryuko is able to transform into an actual dragon. How awesome is that? Like, honestly, I don't want to see Goku beating up on a bunch of angsty high school kids. I want to see Goku fight against amazing creatures like dragons, and that's where Ryuko could deliver the goods. A Goku versus dragon fight would be amazing to watch, and although we don't know much about her, I have a feeling that Ryuko is a smart, tactical hero which would make the fight different than just fighting a mindless, gigantic monster. You know how I said I wanted Endeavor's flame boots for Christmas? I changed my mind. I want to see a Goku versus Ryuko fight. Please make it happen, universe. And now for the final matchup. This one is easier to visualize because it's not just one of our heroes who we have to sacrifice for entertainment. Like when we think of Goku beating up Todoroki, it makes us sad. But for this final entry, the matchup brings a smile to my face. I'm talking, of course, about Goku versus Nomu. A Nomu fight against Goku would be a slugfest, and we don't have to worry about anyone we care about getting hurt. Nomu is just a mindless mass of muscle that was specifically made to fight All Might, so you know he can take a few punches. What makes the monster dangerous is that not only is his strength off the charts, but he also has an amazing regeneration ability. No matter how many times you keep hitting him, he heals just as fast. Of course, Nomu's never gone up against Goku before, and that is definitely a problem for this bird monstrosity. Nomu was made to beat All Might, but if All Might could easily be defeated by Goku, what chance does Nomu really have? Goku just needs to be ready to obliterate Nomu with a punch or something, because Nomu can regenerate just as quickly, fresh as a daisy. Goku versus All Might would be amazing. He could really stand up to Goku. What about you? What matchup do you think would be the best? Let us know in the comments, and as always, hit that subscribe button for more awesome anime content. Thanks for watching CBR.